Welcome. I'm Rebecca Kowal, and I'm going to be introducing Jennifer Cail, the choreographer of the next work. I don't know if this is working. No. Just a second. Okay, here we go. It's my honor and great pleasure to introduce my colleague, artist-scholar Jennifer Cail, who will offer her newest evening-length work, Smokescreen, This and Other Warnings, as the finale of the symposium. An associate professor of dance at the University of Iowa and co-director with me of the MFA program, Kayle holds an MFA from Smith College. Her artistic process is rooted in what is known as compositional improvisation, the spontaneous and often collaborative creation of dances on the spot and in the moment, with an eye toward formal and thematic structural integrity. She is a founding member of the Architects, a professional quartet of compositional improvisers, as well as a founder of Michi, Movement Intensive in Compositional Improvisation, a professional laboratory dedicated both to performance improvisation and to expanding the range of compositional possibilities. Kayle is equally versed in the realm of dance choreography. In fact, she has presented her choreographic work regionally, nationally, and internationally, most recently at Highways in Los Angeles, at the Joyce Soho in New York City, and at the Museo Centro León in Santiago, Dominican Republic. It is no accident that Kayle is a featured artist in the Anthropocene Symposium, as environmental and social justice issues have driven much of her work in the last decade. These dances include Virtually Yours, 2010, composed in collaboration with UI Associate Professor Charlotte Adams, examining the personal, political, and poetic acts of border crossings, Solar Ghost, in 2010, a critique of the standardization of our everyday environments and encounters with the grid, the cube, and the fluorescent. Heal, 2008, which incorporated a movable set of 500 plastic bags. Spoiler alert, some of which you might see tonight. And one of my personal all-time favorites, At the Receding Edges, 2008. A dance staged on 4 square plastic grass carpets, i.e. AstroTurf, that pits dancers against each other in a survival of the fittest competition for land, natural resources, and ultimately the future of humanity. I have no doubt that the dance we are about to see will be equally moving and provocative in the ways only Jennifer Cail is capable. May I introduce to you my colleague and friend, Jennifer Cail.
Thank you, Rebecca. First, I just want to offer a few thanks. First to Jennifer New and the incredible leadership at the Obermann Center, and also to the organizers of the symposium for inviting me to participate, but mostly just for this incredible symposium, and maybe we could applaud them all now. It's an honor and a great opportunity to meditate on the themes of this conference and to share the results here. I would also like to thank all the performers who contributed to developing the work, including alumna Jessica Anthony, MFA candidate Chris Yan, who helped to develop a role that he can't perform today due to injury. And big thanks to the chair of the Department of Dance, George de la Peña, for stepping into Chris's role at the last minute. Thanks also due to dancer-engineer Tyler Nemmers, composer Jason Palomara, and filmmaker Tori Lawrence for contributing their artistry and experience. So just a moment to mention some questions that gave shape to the work you're about to see. In recent years, my art making and my personal politics have collided and overlapped more and more. And though I am a true admirer of the abstract and the oblique angle and poetic ambiguity, I find myself questioning this choice whenever I begin to create work that is so-called political. I want to create a sophisticated artistic event, but I also feel a responsibility to be somehow honest or even direct about my points of view. And then I ask myself how I could use the aesthetic experience to raise awareness or to provoke a new idea or a new motivation or even a solution. Instead of concrete answers, I usually get more questions, and in this case, a choreographed and multimedia performance to share with you. So I offer this work as a snapshot, one person's way of filtering some of the available scholarship on the question of the Anthropocene age. Of course, filtered through the biases and concerns that have struck me most. I also hope you might find moral support in it, especially as you leave here, and wonder about next steps that result from the amazing research that's been presented and received here at the symposium. So thank you for being here.
I imagine you. I imagine all of you here. And there you are. See, it's working. And you imagine me. You know it's working if you close your eyes and you can still see me. Go ahead, try it. Don't worry, I won't disappear. Isn't it a beautiful thing when we imagine each other at the same time? I imagine a world where there are millions of people clamoring to get into this symposium, desperate to be enlightened by our work. Okay, so maybe they don't know how to close their eyes yet. Sometimes you can only really see with your eyes closed. You know? I imagine a world where we move. We march out of here into some dimension where everything we do changes everything. Everything, every single thing changed by us. See, it's working. I imagine there's something you want. Sometimes what you imagine surprises you. Isn't what you thought you'd imagine, what you hoped to conjure. No, what you imagine just pops in, like a phantom, like a sudden clever voice. I imagine you like it. But I like to keep an optimistic attitude.
This is the story of how one species changed a planet. The latest chapter of our story begins in England 250 years ago. Fueled by coal, then oil, several brilliant inventions appeared. The Great Ray ignited, then cars the first generation to realize this new responsibility. Such as erosion and rivers. We move more sediment and rock annually than all natural processes. In a single lifetime, we have grown into a phenomenal global force. Wealth, medical discoveries saved millions of lives, which became even more powerful engines of creativity. The 1950s marked the beginning of the great which spread like wildfire through Europe, North America, Japan, and we could feel in a single lifetime. The well-being of millions has improved beyond measure. Globalization, marketing, tourism, and huge investments. But this was nothing compared with what was to come. Welcome to the Anthropocene.
Smith and Wesson, up 3 points. Monsanto, up 3 points. Microsoft, up 3 points. Mercury, up 3 points. Walmart, up 3 points. Apple Computer, up 3 points. Apples, down 3 points. Shell Oil, up 3 points. Seashells, down 3 points. Peaks, down 3 points. Valleys, up 3 points. Flood zones, up 3 points. Ozone, down 3 points. Quarries, up 3 points. Queries, down 3 points. Airplanes, up 3 points. The Great American Plains, down 3 points. Air Products, up 3 points. Air, down 3 points. Standardization, up 3 points. Standards, down 3 points. Hedge funds, up 3 points. Hedges, up 3 points. Windows 8, up 3 points. Windows, down 3 points. Diplomacy, down 3 points. Democracy, down 3 points. Kraft Foods, up 3 points. Quote, good old-fashioned American craftsmanship, unquote, down 3 points. Grass, down 3 points. Weed, up 3 points.
What a crowd. Great to see all these handsome people here tonight. Where would we be without petroleum-based products, huh? Am I right? We'd be splotchy, frizzy, and pale. That's where we'd be, I tell you what. Where would we be without... Hey, here's a funny one. Let's subsidize fossil fuel billionaires and make it as difficult as possible to afford solar panels. Am I right? Handsome people here tonight. Hey, where are you from, sir, ma'am, Cleveland. Oh, I'm so sorry. We just shipped all of our toxic waste to your backyard. Just kidding. We only do that to African countries. You're safe. No, seriously. Africa, it's so far away. I'm not even sure it's a real place. Hey, here's a funny one. What do you call using the most energy per person in the world while asking other people to cut carbon emissions? Give up? It's business as usual. It's a good one. But seriously, folks. Hello, sir. Where are you from? Hey, here's a funny one. Where? I'm sorry, I don't know where that is. An island? Oh, I hope you don't mind that we're going to heat up the planet and put your entire country underwater. Wow. Sorry, guy, from wherever you're from. Hey, look at this lady. She looks worried. Don't panic, ma'am. It's just a little comedy. Here, watch. Hey, here's a funny one. Just kidding. Wow. Sorry, guy, from wherever you're from. But seriously, we need to take all this land for biofuels, and we'll try to feed you with our genetically modified crops. But we'll need you to absorb this pesticide and not mutate too much, or we'll have to stop you from migrating anywhere, especially any place where you're designed for living and feeding yourself. And careful, you don't want to break the law, do you? Would make you look like a good world citizen. These cookie refugees. No sense of humor. You've been such a great audience, folks. I hope you won't mind that we borrow your rainforest. No, don't know how to put it back, but I'm sure we'll figure it out later. Just kidding. Did you hear the one about using frozen DNA to put back all the species? Because we know for sure that one's going to work, especially after we launch mirrors into space. Sorry. So, you'll thank us later when you're just as developed as we are. Am I right? Ooh. Okay. Tough crowd.
I imagine you. I imagine all of you at home, watching Netflix, or whatever you want. Not this, whatever this is. It's depressing. It's complicated stuff. I imagine I know what you want. You want to check your cell phone. Go ahead, try it. You have my permission. I like them apples. Yeah, I'll be right here. Go ahead. I'll just be here talking. See? Isn't it amazing how we can ignore each other at the same time? You know what I imagine? I imagine a world where we don't think about this, where we get in our cars, where we go hunting, bargain hunting at the mall. Why? Because you deserve it. You work hard. You can't change this. You're one person. Global warming, global cooling, colony collapse. Ha! You know, it's not proven science yet. Actually, it's right here. I know that there isn't scientific evidence that's conclusive. Localized and temporary. Many causes. Genetic natural climate, variability, excessive regulation, the need for more research, costly and unreliable. Let the market sort things out until further studies are conducted. The ecological, no, I mean the economic consequences, devastation, cap and trade, extremist scientists, speculative, premature, unbalanced, unsupported, insufficient data, difficult to quantify, technological solutions, yeah, already partially controlled anyway. Too many uncertainties. Socialist. Over-regulation. We really don't know.
Bioaccumulation. Bioaccumulation. Toxophane. Dioxin. Chlordane. PCB. Perchlorate. Mercury. Heptachlor. Hexachlorobenzene. Pentachlorophenol. I tell you, whether you like it or not, what is going to happen. What we can't stop. What we might prevent. What will be unless we do something. This is the part where we perform the all too obvious dying scene. Arms outstretched, slow motion collapse of species, including ours. This is the part where we hope some kind of metaphor will sneak under your usual defenses and somehow wait! This is the part where our own disgust leaves us paralyzed. No. This is the part where we dazzle you into inspiration, where we collectively imagine something better. No. This is the part where we poison the other. Only to find out that they are us.
All living systems are interconnected. A change in one system influences all other systems. Cascading effects, critical thresholds, abrupt changes. All living and non-living systems are interconnected. A change in one system influences all other systems. Biosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, cryosphere. All living systems are interconnected. A change in one system influences all other systems. Animal, plant, human, microbe. Earth is a circular, closed system. All Earth systems are interconnected. A change in one system influences all other systems. Soil, air, water, ice. Earth is a circular, closed system. All Earth systems are interconnected. A change in one system influences all other systems. Climate, food, illness, extinction, economy, diversity, longevity. Earth is a circular, closed system. All living systems are interconnected. A change in one system influences all other systems. Migration, resources, community, survival, conflict, evolution. Earth is a circular, closed system. All Earth systems are interconnected. A change in one system influences all other systems. Energy, infrastructure, investment, education, justice. All living and non-living systems are interconnected. A change in one system influences all other systems. Cascading effects, critical thresholds, abrupt changes. Earth is a circular, closed system. All Earth systems are interconnected. A change in one system influences all other systems.
There's a chilling rationality. We'll be confident that Homo sapiens can take control of the earth and manage it carefully and deeply.
There's a chilling rationality to this kind as a whole, applied where the task, but to manage to be optimised, of technological thinking to the environment in something beyond a collection of resources. We must ask ourselves the ever-optimistic Prometheus invalidates far-reaching question, capable of our disturbance, of thinking that
we are entering a situation where the site is outside, it's coextensive with everybody else, and it has the little added strange features that it requires to change the life of everybody.
We had gathered to defend the earth. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the family of the earth, in which humanity is part of the extended family of the earth. It's a horizontal relationship of all species. I think something's gone very wrong when we discount the subjecthood of life on earth, subjecthood and sovereignty of people, and replace it with the sovereignty of a fiction. We've got the absurdity where the only human being who is a real citizen is a corporation. The real green economy can only be based on respecting the rights of all of the earth species and respecting the rights of the last human being. If we don't work with the excluded today, we'll be part of the excluded tomorrow. And I think we're moving beyond slavery into what I would call disposability. The idea that certain people are disposable. And the idea that certain parts of nature are disposable. So nature's economy, as I call it, is being seriously depleted. The old mindset is in a habit of fragmentation, of reductionism, of intensive input, of dependence, of not worrying about what you're doing to the soil, to the seed, to the biodiversity, to the water. We've disrupted the balancing forces of how climates get maintained. The two principles that are resonating around the world are principles of sustainability, which are bringing peace in our relationship with the earth, and principles of justice, which is bringing peace in our relationship with each other. Making peace with the earth, for me, is making peace among humans too, because the war against the earth that begins in our minds is a war against people. Commodification has left us in a total mess. You commodified food, you made people hungry. You commodified water, you left people in thirst. And instead of stepping back and saying, let the commons be resurrected, those who commodified one or two aspects of nature are now saying, let's commodify the rest of nature. We know this is not working, and we want to do something else. Not just another worldview, but another world, which I have called Earth democracy, living on this earth as democracy, democracy of all life, democracy of all life. And I think this is unstoppable. And I think this is unstoppable. No matter how tough it looks, and no matter how powerful the corporations look, and no matter how blind our leaders look, rewrite that Declaration of Independence as a declaration of independence for all life on earth, to expand the scope of freedom, to take into account the freedom of all beings. And I think this is unstoppable. 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 And I think this is unstoppable.
I imagine you. I imagine all of you here. What if we could imagine something different? What if we imagine the lights fade? First here, and then out there. What if we imagine this is the part where we are more creative than destructive? Go ahead. Try it. Don't worry. We won't disappear. We won't disappear. We won't disappear. We won't disappear.